Good morning. Welcome on this Good Friday 2020 for an hour by the cross, a set of reflections. There's going to be one of two sets of reflections over this Easter weekend. There'll also be a service where I take communion here on Sunday, and there'll be a reflection with that. So my name is John. I'm the vicar of the Len Valley Benefice, which is a group of 4 churches in the middle of Kent, and this person here is my wife, and she is Lorraine, and she is the chaplain of the Living Well, and she will be helping me to lead this time of reflections together. Just before we get into the actual reflections, I want to remind us that through the Easter narrative, Jesus suffers in a way some of the kinds of things that we're suffering with the coronavirus epidemic at the moment. Only he suffers, of course, much more than what we're suffering. So for him, there was isolation, there was distancing, there was undeserved pain, and there was death coming much closer than certainly his friends expected, and certainly than perhaps we had expected for our lives. And we can think about all those things as we go through the reflections. And I want to encourage you to hold a cross. Now, being a vicar, we tend to collect crosses, but sometimes it can be really helpful to hold a cross when we pray. So I've got a few here that I've collected over time, and you might have your own favourite cross. Here are a couple of crosses, a palm cross and also a paper palm cross that we made last weekend. But the one I'm going to hold is one that comes from the yew trees in Oldham Church, and John Good made that for me, and I'm just going to hold this and use it to pray as we go through these reflections. Now, how do you use these videos? Well, it's up to you, but basically I've worked out that if you play each of these reflections, then allow something like 5 minutes between each one, then that will give you an hour in total. And in that time between them, you might want to stay in silence, or you might want to play some music. It's really, really up to you. The readings are going to vary enormously in size. The first one is by far the biggest, so if you listen to that and think, oh no, that's so big, that's very much the biggest one. And the first Bible reading comes from Isaiah, and all the rest are selected readings that come from John's Gospel, chapter 18 and 19. And as well as that, there will be other readings and other prayers as well. And we'll say what they are as we go through them. We'll end with prayer. And then what I would urge you to do is just to remain in silence for a while, and then go quietly on your way into life. So, if you're happy to do this, then please move on, and we'll go into the first of these reflections.